So definitely a day you want to be inside, and that's where we're going to go. So I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, dynamic atmosphere out there with everything going on. Justin, thanks so much. And of course, where we're not getting that freezing precip, we're going to end up with the rain. Along the Mississippi River Valley and places like, say, Vicksburg, the rain was much needed, but coming too fast with some alerts popping up. Showers ruining beach plans along the Gulf, so you want to bring your umbrella if you're in Panama City as well. You can kind of see those two things here. It's Vicksburg, Panama City. It's a messy time. We've been stuck in this messy pattern.
We have, and so since we've been dealing with so much rain, so much moisture, that soil is not going to hold that much more.
That's right. The soil can only hold so much, even if you have a drought. And you're like, but I thought we really needed it.
Yeah.
It's like a sponge. You can only soak up so much before it's all create more problems.
Exactly. You know, my biggest thing is that people think that, oh, okay, it's like, no, you're not going to win on ice.
Right. Now, I don't care how great of a driver you are, you're not going to win on ice. And that's what a lot of us are dealing with. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of the Texas schools are closed. That's why we've seen the issues on the highways that we've already seen on the interstates as well. When you're talking about an interstate that's basically a skating rink, you're not getting anywhere on that. Here's where we have our ice storm warnings. Memphis back through Little Rock. You can see the pink showing up here in north central Texas. But this isn't telling the whole story. Even where we have the winter storm warnings, that is indicative of some ice that we still have. Places like Dallas, down that 35 corridor, a mess. Portions of I-10 through Texas also dealing with that iciness. This is happening because we've got the rain falling into the freezing temperatures. So whether it is sleet or freezing rain, it's still some ice that we're dealing with. Of course, the sleet a little bit easier to deal with, but it's still going to make it slick and place for it to go. You're dealing with that possibility for flooding.
Exactly. And so what we're seeing right now, we do have the showers pretty much south of Nashville at this point, north of Atlanta, and this will extend continuing up into the north and east.
Yeah, you can see the moisture that we're working with here, the real abundant moisture, especially as you're looking up across Tennessee, but even moving here across the southeast, that's what this system's going to work with. You know, like I mentioned, you've got the moisture coming in, but you can be thankful that you're south of that freezing line. You're just getting the rain.
Exactly. And with that plenty of moisture, that precipitable water, you just squeeze it all out of the atmosphere and you're going to be left with a lot. So as we go in through the midweek, we are going to have plenty of disturbances coming in here, and all that does is just exacerbate what's going on.
Yeah, it's like a trigger to keep it going. We've got stronger disturbances that's going to bring even more rain as we head through the later part of the week. So when you're like, okay, we're finally done. No, sorry, we're not quite done yet. Keep those boots handy. If you know you have an area in your neighborhood that normally floods, probably going to be flooding later this week.
Yeah. So let's go out to our Justin Michaels. He's in Fort Worth, Texas. And Justin,
I can see you shivering a little bit. and as a tip of the cap to you, Felicia, this is why South Florida was invented. This situation right now.
Exactly, Reynolds. You know what? You're right, but I'm not going to complain too much because I know what you're standing in out there, a cold
Exactly. But you can see what the ice can do. Just a half an inch of that ice increases the weight of a power line by up to 500 pounds. So it just weighs down, and then Felicia, you talked about the winds that have been coming in, which just makes matters worse. Trees snap, power lines come down, and again, it could be some time before things get back up and running.
Yeah, definitely a prolonged period of power outages possible. That's hard to say. Prolonged period of power outages possible.
Oh, you almost did it.
Almost did it. Okay, so let's do our pick city of the day now, because and you're like, I bet they're going to cancel, because I'm not an introvert. You're like, I bet they're going to cancel before we ever get there. And then when you see weather like this, you're like, okay, actually, I'm okay if they cancel because I don't want to be out in that. So in Atlanta, we're looking at Saturday's high around the lower 50s, as Alex just showed you. It's going to be cold. It's going to be rainy and windy. Wind gusts up around 30 miles an hour in Atlanta. It's just not going to be a fantastic Saturday. Meanwhile, Omaha, oh, my screen disappeared. Anyways, meanwhile, Omaha, it's going to be in the lower 70s, above average, sunny, still a bit breezy in Omaha, but I'd still say not bad. Now look at this though. We're talking about millions of people with their temperatures at least above 70 degrees. Now it's not maybe all the places that you would expect to have the temperatures above 70 degrees because I mean, we're looking at below average. It turns out that the green at Augusta has like dryers built in. They have like an air system underneath it, so it dries faster than normal greens. So they're actually really equipped for a rainy day, even though it's still going to be not great.
I've never felt worse about my own yard. Like, that's a nice yard.
You need to get some dryers.
Seriously. Dang. Well, again, if it's a good habit.